Welcome back to another episode of the High Altitude Training Institute. My name is Greg Reverdio, and this is week 14 of the Advanced Half Marathon Training Plan. If you haven't watched the introduction video, I highly recommend that you do so. That video will give you information about three separate things. The first one is which of these training plans should you be following? We have a beginners, we have an intermediate, and we have an advanced training plan. The second thing is figuring out where you should be starting your training in these videos. This is a 20-week program, but maybe all you need is 16 weeks. So go on the website and figure out where you should be starting this plan. And finally, the last thing that it will do is help you with the pace. Which pace should you be doing on your easy run? Which pace should you be doing on your long run, on your tempo run, and all of that. That's all going to be in the introduction video. So go ahead and check it out. The link will be in the description below. Both the intermediate and the advanced training plan contain quite a few miles. A lot of these miles are easy runs, and we've talked about the easy run before and the importance of running at an easy pace. Now today I want to introduce the idea of running some of these runs on trails. If you're lucky enough to live in an area that has trails, it's a great way to mix things up by going on the trail. I do most of my easy runs on trails. And the reason is I have a lot of trails available in my neighborhood around in Prescott, and also it's a great way to work different muscles. Trails are great for working your ankle muscles, make them a little bit stronger. It's also great for balance. You're going to be pushing on the left side, on the right side of your foot, instead of just going forward and back all the time during an easy run on the road. In addition, I get a lot more climbing when I go on the trails, which is also great training, even during the easy runs. So I highly recommend that if you have access to trails, give it a shot if you've never done it before. If you've run trails before, keep incorporating them into your runs as a way to do your easy runs. Should you do your threshold runs on the trail? I don't recommend it. Should you do your long run on the trail? You can. Most of the time, your long run on the trail is going to be a lot slower, which means that you're going to spend more time on your feet, which is extremely beneficial. One thing that you should note about running on the trails, and we've talked about this before in a previous episode where we talked about running gear, is that you should try to get trail shoes if the trails you're running on are a little bit more technical. Your road shoes are not really designed to support your ankle and support your foot in the way that the trail shoes are. So if you don't have any trail shoes, I highly recommend that you get out there and get some. There's all different types, all different kinds depending on the type of terrain that you're going to run on, but they're really, really beneficial. Now let's take a look at this week's training plan. This is the third week of phase 2, which is halfway through phase 2. Total mileage this week is 47 miles. We continue to increase our mileage, and we have 14 weeks until race day. And if you've done all the training with us so far, this is week 7 out of 20. On Monday, we're going to have an easy run, 6 miles. And then on Tuesday, we're going to do one of the staple run, the 200R 200 jog, 200R 400 jog, 400R 200 jog. And we're going to do that 4 times. Now, this is a tough set, and we have 2 miles of warm-up and 2 miles of cool-down for this one, for a total of 8 miles. So the following day, we're going to do rest. Make sure you stretch, make sure you roll everything. And then on Thursday, we're going to take it easy with 5.5 miles. And then on Friday, we'll have 4 miles steady at T-pace, threshold pace. Now that's quite a bit. Again, that's a pretty big workout. And then at the end of it, we're going to do 4 times 200 at repetition pace, followed by 200 meter jog recovery. That's a total of 9 miles, again, which includes 2 miles of warm-up and 2 miles of cool-down. And then on Saturday, we'll have an easy run, 6 miles, and then our long run on Sunday is 12 miles. This is a pretty big week, and it's going to get even bigger in the next following week, so keep up the good work. As always, please give us a like, leave us a comment if you have any question, and don't forget to subscribe. We have a lot more videos coming up for you in the near future. If you want more information about the High Altitude Training Institute and what we do, please go ahead and visit www.altitude.run. You'll find that we do offer coaching, and we also offer a custom training plan for other distances. And finally, we offer summer running camps at high altitude in the summer in Arizona. Join us, find out more information, and we will see you next week. Have a great week of training.